Well, hi Pisces, welcome to Universal Guidance Tarot. It's time for your weekly reading. I have shuffled these cards very well. This is a two-part reading. The overall energy of this reading will be the center card in the first part of the reading. So if you feel compelled, please like and subscribe. Otherwise, let's just get started for Pisces, please. Universe, what does Pisces need to know coming up in their lives? Pisces, what do they need to know coming up in their lives? Any advice is always welcome. Pisces, please. Ooh, there. Let's see what we have for Pisces. Okay, putting them down in the order they came out. I read right side up, how I was taught, because I can get plenty of negativity without turning them over. I just read them compared to the cards next to them. That tells me what they're talking about. For Pisces, we almost got all the cards we need for our second half of the reading too. So Pisces, the overall energy of your reading is the Lovers. Talk about a strong connection between two people. Very powerful. This is the card for Gemini, so Gemini might be strong in your chart or someone else's around this reading. But the energy is a soulmate connection that is extremely strong. You might have been lovers in another life. You might have unfinished business in this life, and I think that could be why your guardian angels and spirit guides are trying to bring you together or have already brought you together. So I need to continue to read to find out why the Lovers surrounds your entire reading. I have the Ten of Wands up in your highest energy. This is a heavy burden you've been carrying. But you know what? Being the Ten of Wands, you're going to be dropping those wands. There's no Ten of Wands. Look how hunched over this person is. You can drop them one by one or all at once. These are the two strongest energies in your entire reading. So perhaps you've been waiting for this special connection to come in. And it's been weighing heavy on you, and they might be coming in. But I can change my mind. I've only read two cards so far. So, next to the Ten of Wands is the Hermit. Hermit, very spiritual card, and it's right above the Lovers. This is about seeking your path forward. I do think you've been waiting for your soulmate to come in. You probably felt them out there somewhere and have been waiting and like, where are they? Because you're seeking your path forward with the Hermit here. This is the card for Virgo. Virgo might be strong in your chart or someone else's around this reading. But I always like to look really hard around these spiritual cards like this that come up, like the Hermit. So the Hermit's saying, hey, look, you're at the end of your burden. You're at the Ten of Wands. You're going to be able to start dropping those wands. And under the Hermit, I have the Lovers so far. So they're saying, look, your guardian angels and spirit guides are bringing in who you've been waiting for. You've been lonely. This is on the other side of the Hermit. You've been feeling maybe even depressed over this whole thing. But this is a feeling of being rejected or left out in the cold and just lonely. The Five of Pentacles. Cold and lonely. Sleeping alone, cold. You know? I have the Hierophant under the Wands and next to the Lovers. This is the card for Taurus. Taurus might be strong in your chart or someone else's around this reading. But the Hierophant, this is about security, stability, groundedness, commitment. This is a card of marriage. Very traditional values and very traditional morals. And, you know, it lies right between the burden you're going to be dropping and this very, very strong connection that's coming in. I have the Justice card on the other side of the Lovers and under the Five of Pentacles. This is you taking charge of yourself. This is you having self-justice. You know, you're tired of being lonely. You're putting your sword up in self-protection and you're getting your scales balanced in life. So you're becoming a very strong and balanced person and you're moving forward seeking truth and seeking clarity. And you're going to maintain that. This is a card for Libra. Libra might be strong in your chart or someone else's around this reading. I have the Tower card under the Hierophant. I feel like this is part of your burden. It goes right down the line. That you have been engaged before, and you might have been carrying this burden, or married before, or close to engaged, or lived with someone, something like that, and it didn't work out. It blew up, and I think that's why you were carrying that burden for so long. Now you're ready to seek your new path forward, and it's good because the timing is right, and the guardian angels and spirit guides are trying to bring you together with someone. So all you've done is kind of wait. You've been waiting and waiting, for the right person to come along in your life. This is the Seven of Pentacles. And it's like that bush waiting for it to bloom and blossom. And waiting and waiting. You're probably getting very tired of waiting. Right under the Lovers for this very special soulmate to come in. And I have the Three of Wands right next to the Seven of Pentacles and under the Justice card. Three of Wands, this is about you holding on to that staff of fresh starts and new beginnings with one hand and looking out over the world for your ship to come in. Now, I have this feeling that you can feel it. You feel like somebody or something is happening. Something's getting closer and closer to you. Your ship is coming in. There's 3 ships out there. 1, 2, 3. Can you see them? Anyway, they're going to be coming in. And your person is on that ship. Your connection, this very, very special connection, is coming in. Wow. Let's see what else we can find out. Pisces universe. Need one more card for this reading. Pisces, please. There you go. Okay. So Pisces, the Knight of Cups is right next to the Five of Pentacles, and here's that offer coming in. They are coming in, and they are very sincere. See that cup? There's lots of room for love in that cup. And this could just start out as, can I have your phone number? Or you want to go for a walk? Or what's your name, It could start out small, but it's going to end up big. 10 of Pentacles. You're going to end up in a committed relationship long term with this very, very strong connection that's coming in, this soulmate. This is about union between 2 people. There's extended family, there's pets, there's a child tucked in the corner. This is all about commitment, security, stability. That's what they have to offer. It may not look like it at first, but that's what they have to offer, okay? I have the Seven of Cups next to the 10 of Pentacles. This is you wondering if this is a real, sincere love offer or not. It is. It's not a Seven of Cups. Look at all those cups in the Seven of Cups. This is confusion and love. So all those cups have something else in them, not enough room for love. So these are cups you don't want. And that's what you're wondering. Do you really want that cup? Do you really want, to pursue this relationship? Yes, you do, because this is a divine soulmate coming in. I have the Magician, which is right next to the Justice card and right under the Knight of Cups. The Magician, look at, there's an infinity symbol of intuition and knowing. You're going to know. You're going to figure this out, okay? Because you're going to stay balanced, and you're not going to think with your emotional self. You're going to think with your logical self. And you have all the tools here to manifest just what it is that you want, what kind of person that you want. I don't even know that you know that there is such a strong soulmate coming in, and you're manifesting them to come in. You've waited. You've waited a long time. You've tried other relationships. They weren't it. But this is it, okay? This is the Knight of Pentacles, the slowest moving energy in the entire deck. It looks like the horse is standing still, but there is one foot in front of the other, and it's bringing a pentacle. So it's taken a long time for your ship to come in, but it is coming in, and it is bringing a pentacle. They are coming in with a pentacle in their pocket. So next to the Knight of Pentacles and under the Seven of Cups is the Death card. This is the card for Scorpio, by the way, so Scorpio might be strong in your chart or someone else's around this reading. But this is transformation. This is about the end of the old, the beginning of the new. You have a whole new life coming up ahead of you. The end of the old Seven of Cups and the beginning of the new Lovers and the Knight of Cups. So, things are changing, and you probably feel it in the air. It's going to allow you to drop these wands. Matter of fact, you're going to drop these wands just because you're getting yourself balanced. I have the Queen of Swords here, right under the Magician, next to the Three of Wands. So Pisces, this is air, Libra, Gemini, or Aquarius that might be strong in your chart, their chart, or around this reading. But this is all about using your sword. You know, the Magician has all the tools. This is about using your sword and seeking the truth and the clarity when this offer comes in. Like, what do you expect from me? Or, you know, what are you looking for in a love relationship, or whatever it might be? You're going to speak your truth, and you're going to ask for their truth. This is from the person who's coming in on your ship that you have manifested to come in. So the Queen of Swords, right next to the Queen of Swords, and under the Knight of Pentacles, is the Four of Cups. You're going to be so careful before you accept that offer, okay? You're really going to get to know them. So this is how you're going to be. You're going to be like, I don't know, you know, even though the connection's there, and you can't deny the connection, but you don't really trust the connection. That's what it is, because you've had these Seven of Cups before. So you're going to speak your truth. You're going to ask the questions. You're going to ask for their truth. You're going to get your answers before you even reach out for that cup that they want to offer you. That's great. That's taking control, all right. That is really being the Justice card here, which is what you're doing. You need to know if they're your ship. And then under the Death card and next to the Four of Cups, I have the Knight of Swords. Very actionable. And there you are, taking that action. Asking for that truth and that clarity, and speaking your truth and clarity. And this is all to protect yourself in moving forward with this divine soulmate that is brought into you by your guardian angels and spirit guides. You're moving forward. It feels like there's so much conversation between the two of you. You are really going to get to know each other before moving into this Ten of Pentacles state. I'm going to take out an angel card here. Let's see what your guardian angels and spirit guides have to say. You may not have to do it this reading, but whatever it is, it's something that you need to hear, or that they'd like you to hear or consider. Pisces. What do your guardian angels and spirit guides have for Pisces? It's the 10 of thought. Okay, you can pause. You can read this card anytime that you want. I'm going to read it to you, though. The 10 of thought. A situation that's been troubling you has come to an end, and you can breathe a sigh of relief. That's putting down the burden here. With the challenging times behind you, you can now move on. That's the Death card. It's important to finally let go at this juncture. Someone in your life may now be finally free of his or her addictions or codependency issues. So whoever's coming in, maybe that's why you don't accept their cup right away. You might already know them. So whether you know them or not, they have freed themselves from, maybe they were codependent on someone. Maybe they had an addiction to something they let go. I don't know, but this is a very loving and sincere soulmate that is coming in. So, Pisces, this is your reading, and thank you for watching Universal Guidance Tarot.